Hey everyone, it's Parmita from Golden Tadik, and today I'll be showing you how I'll be making my pickled garlic. This recipe is pretty much called seer Torshi and Farsi. I've seen so many different versions of it throughout my family. They've made this quite a few times, and that's where my inspiration comes from for making this. What I'll be doing is actually peeling all the cloves individually. You can use the garlic head by itself. All you would have to do is take the skin off like this and just leave the garlic head as is. You can wash it though to kind of get the dirt and everything off of it, but you would initially take the first layer or the outer layer of the head off, and then you'll just stack that into your jars. But what I'll be doing is taking the cloves individually and just peeling them. It does take a longer time to get that done. For me, I think it took about 45 minutes or so. So that is the longer way of doing it, but you can use the heads by itself. So once I got the garlic cloves by themselves like this, I go ahead and wash it, clean it, I disinfect my jar. I'll be using a large mason jar. This one is a half-gallon jar. It's a 64 ounce. You can use a smaller one if you'd like to, and use smaller amounts of garlic if you only want to make a little bit of this pickle. It's not a problem. As far as some additional items that will be going into this jar, so you can pretty much add whatever you like. As far as some pickling seeds, some herbs, I'll be using some thyme for this one, and I'll be adding some salt and black seeds later on. So I went ahead and put the thyme in there, about a handful I would say, and then I'm going to finish it off by adding the rest of my garlic on top, kind of pressing it down, getting it all compacted. Moving on to my pickling liquid, I'll be using balsamic vinegar, red wine vinegar, and about a tablespoon of pomegranate glaze. Seasoning, I'll be using salt and black seeds. For measurements, I'll be using about 3.5 cups of the pickling liquid mixed together. So I'm using about a cup and a half or so of balsamic, and then the rest red wine vinegar, and about a tablespoon and a half of pomegranate molasses. And then you'll just add your salt and black seed to that mixture. I am going to add pomegranate glaze to this mixture as well, so I'm adding about a tablespoon and a half. I just really like the tartness from it. You can use fig if you'd like to, or date vinegar. It's really up to you. You can just add whatever you'd like. This seasoning right here is just salt and black seed. I really like black seed in pickles. The flavor is really good. I'm going to go ahead and pour this into a small pot and bring it to a slight boil. It's not necessarily going to boil, but I'll make sure it gets hot enough so that all of these ingredients mix together for about 5 to 7 minutes. After your pickling liquid is nice and hot and everything's kind of mixed together very well, I go ahead and pour that back into my measuring cup to mix it with my garlic. So I'm just going to pour the pickling liquid over my garlic, and this is pretty much my favorite part because you get to see the garlic and the pickling liquid just mending together, and it just looks amazing. But at this stage, you're pretty much done. Go ahead and fill it to the top, and then you can put a parchment paper over your jar and close it up. and at this point you can store it in somewhere dark and dry for 6 weeks to months to even years if you'd like to. I've ate garlic that was pickled for about 7 years and it tasted absolutely amazing. It was almost like candy, but it's really good with food. You can pretty much eat it with anything: sandwiches, salads, rice and stew. I really hope you enjoyed this recipe, and thank you so much for watching. Just go ahead and subscribe to my channel if you'd like to see weekly videos, and I do post a lot of my recipes on my Instagram page, which is under golden.tadik. Thank you so much for watching.